My name is Yaman Romani. I am an associate professor in the Department of Decision and Information Sciences. And today I'm going to talk to you about the MIS major, the Management Information Systems major. And as you can see in my slides, I have this QR code at the bottom. So if at any point you want to get more information about the slide or what I'm talking about, you can just, with your phone, pull up the camera and hover over this QR code at the bottom corner. And you should go to the website where you can see our course catalog and everything I'm talking about. So let me talk about our MIS major. So our major, MIS, or Management Information Systems, it's an interdisciplinary program designed for anybody who's interested in working with technology and also likes to work on the business side. So our major combines a business background and technology. You're kind of the man in the middle where you can talk to your development team and the programmers, and you can even work with the programmers. And at the same time, you can talk to the clients who wants to conduct business with your organization and understand their needs. So you kind of translate what the client wants and deliver that to your programmers or your developers. So in MIS, what we do is we teach you how you can become an analyst, how you can talk to both clients and your development team. And if you want to be more technical, you can also take programming classes, development classes. If you like work with databases, networking, we'll also have a variety of different IT classes, and you pick and choose which area of IT you would like to work with. But what's nice about this major is that you're going to get the background about a business. So you have to take, just like any student in the School of Business, you have to take classes in management, accounting, finance, marketing. And at the same time, you can also take IT-related classes. So that's really MIS major. Now, if you don't know if this major is right for you, I included a couple of questions. And based on your answer, you will find out whether this is the right major for you or not. So if you like solving problems using technology, that's what we do in our major. So let me give you a couple of ideas of what we do in our classes. So I do teach a class called System Analysis and Design. And in this class, I ask my students to find solution to a problem that they propose. So let me give you an example of what students do in my class. I had a group in the last 2 semesters that wanted to solve the parking problem at Oakland University. And their idea was to fly a drone over all the parking lots on campus and let the drone scan for any empty spots and then transfer this information to an app where any student who is driving or who wants to find an empty spot can open up this app and find empty spots. So this is the kind of problems we solve. You have a problem in an institution, organization, and you want to solve it. So we solve it using technology. We also work with teams, especially for our students who graduate. Most of them go and get hired in companies in downtown Detroit. So I have my students get hired in Quicken Loans, Blue Cross Blue Shield, GE. They have a branch down in Ypsilanti. And they do work with an international team of people. So we do work with domestic companies and international companies, especially if you get hired by one of the companies here in downtown Detroit. If you're a person who likes to work with other people, like I mentioned, you work with different teams, you work with the clients, you work with the developers, then this is a major that you probably want to look at. So a couple of misconceptions about MIS. MIS is not the same as computer science. So some people think that MIS is the same as computer science. It's not. I was a computer science student when I was in undergrad, and I can tell you computer science is all about development. If you're a computer science student, you don't really take any business-related classes. Whereas if you're an MIS student, then you have to take these business-related classes, and you will develop a real good understanding of how business runs. And at the same time, you get more exposure to the IT part of running a business. Another misconception about MIS is that it's about programming. It's really not. I have some students who are really into programming, and when they take our classes, they pick their electives to be in programming. Whereas other students who are not interested in programming, they don't really take electives in programming. So it's really up to you. If you want to focus on programming, you can do that, and you can take classes specifically in programming. If you don't like programming, you don't really have to. So it's not really just purely programming. Here are some of the typical career options that you might get into when you graduate. So a lot of them have to do with analysts. So as I mentioned, I teach a system analysis and design class. And when you graduate, you can become a system analyst. Also, business intelligence or business analytics is a really in-demand job right now. So that's one of the jobs that you can apply for, especially if you decided to specialize in business analytics, which I'll talk about in a minute. We also have classes related to security. So if you want to become an information security analyst, that's also an option. And with respect to programming development, you can also become a web developer, app developer, database developer, a database designer, or if you're networking or you want to do some, if you want to become a consultant, that's also an option. And finally, probably that's your future career when you get promoted. Hopefully, at some point, you can get promoted and become an IT manager or information system manager. Here are some statistics that I got from the Bureau of Labor Statistics website yesterday. So based on their latest data, the potential job growth for anybody who is in the computer and information technology field is about 12%. So that's the expected growth between 2018 and 2028. And as far as the median salary for anybody in this field, that's around 88,000. And that data is based on May 2019. What this means is if you take everybody who works in the information technology field and you line them up from the lowest salary to the highest salary, the middle point is going to be around 88,000. Now, of course, this is different based on the region that you work with, the cost of living, but I can tell you from my students who graduate, their starting salary as somebody who works in the IT field is between 55 to 65. So that's in this eastern region of Michigan. Now, of course, if you look at jobs in, let's say, in California, your salary might double, but also the cost of living is very expensive. So you have to take that into consideration. But in our area right here, the starting salary for a junior in any IS area or IT area is around between 55 and 65. So with respect to the MIS degree, first of all, the MIS degree consists of 27 credits. So there are specific classes that you have to take, and you have to take these two classes if you get admitted to the School of Business and you want to become an MIS major. So these are the two classes that you have to take, MIS 1000 and 3000. And we also have these 5 classes. These are the major courses that everybody takes. So these are the courses that every single student in the MIS program has to take. Now, with respect to electives, you get to choose 3 from the list in here. So this is where you get to choose what type of classes you want to take. If you like security classes, you can take security-related classes from the electives. If you like business analytics or data mining classes, then you can go ahead and pick these electives from the list. So we do have a variety of classes that we offer. However, the offering of these classes really depends on the semester, the demand of the class, and how many students we have registered. But again, if you want to go to our catalog website, you can just scan this QR code. It will take you to our catalog, to our online catalog, and you can look up the classes. With respect to our specialization, we have 2 specialization areas in our MIS major. Now, you can decide not to specialize in anything, which means when you get to take these electives, you can pick any classes that you want. However, if you want to specialize in business analytics, then the only difference that's going to be applied to your degree is that when you get to pick the electives, you have to pick from the list in here. So the only difference between students who specializes and student who does not specialize is the elective classes that they're required to take. So if you want to specialize in business analytics, you have to take 2 of these classes from here, and then pick 1 elective from the list in here. We also have another specialization area in information security management. And again, as before, if you would like to specialize in information security, all you have to do is pick the electives in the information security management field. So you'll have to take 2 classes from here and pick 1 of the classes from the list in here. That's really the only difference between students who specialize and students who do not specialize. Let me quickly go into our business analytics minor. If you are maybe a marketing major, accounting, finance, or any other major, you can still get a minor in business analytics or minor in information security. Our coordinator is Dr. Eskin, and here's his contact information if you're interested in reaching out to him. But very quickly, business analytics is really the use of data, statistics, databases, spreadsheets, and computing technology we teach you how you can find hidden trends and patterns in data so that you can make so that your business and and yourself can make better decisions. So it's really combining all these together, how you can extract data, how you can use certain statistical methods, and how you can access databases and pull the information in order to find hidden trends and patterns in that data. What's nice about the business analytics major or minor is that it complements any other major. So if you're marketing, accounting, finance, human resources, operation management, you can still get a minor in business analytics. All you have to do is take 4 classes or 12 credits in our minor, and here is the list, just if you're interested. And same thing for our information security management. Information security now is a very hot area. It's very much in demand. And our coordinator in information security minor is Dr. Deng. So if you want to get more information, you can reach out to him. And of course, information security, as I mentioned, is a very in-demand field right now. You hear about data breaches, data leaks, security incidents that affect governments, companies, individuals every day. So there is a need for somebody who specializes in information security. If you would like to get a minor in information security, it's the same thing as a business analytics minor. All you need is you need to take 4 classes or 12 credits in these courses, and that will guarantee you a minor in information security. And finally, if you don't want to major in MIS, maybe you want to get a minor in MIS, our department chair, Dr. Sugumaran, is the coordinator. He's our department chair also. So if you want to reach out to him and get more information, here is his contact information. And same idea as before. You want to get a minor in MIS, all you have to do is take 4 classes or 12 credits in our minor, and it will apply same as our business analytics minor or our information security management minor. So I know I'm out of time, but here's our contact information. If feel free to contact any of our coordinators.